Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a hot minute since I've done a first-person view cast, but there's a good reason for this one. That is the man you know and love, SOS, back from the military, and he's been streaming. He's been streaming some hilarious games. This is from a video about 2 weeks ago or so that somehow passed me by. He's been playing guys like TY and all sorts of crazy players and having so many fun games. It has been awesome to watch and check out. So we're going to cast a few of the highlights, and I guarantee you are in for a good set of matches. Why? Because he is the cheesiest guy ever, the most creative guy, who also took that sort of cheesy, crazy play and actually took it to World Championship caliber. That's right, he won 2013 and 2015 BlizzCon, is actually one of the greatest players of all time. He also 3-0'd Maru in 2018 at BlizzCon when Maru was meant to be one of the favorites to win the whole thing. So let's just hop into the action and check out what goes on. Let's see what happens. Looks like he's up against maybe, is that an old team manager? Team Envy Huarang? Or maybe like one of the B teamers from Team Envy. Not quite sure who Huarang is. But we'll see exactly how it goes. Probe is rotating around the main. Wait, what? What? I didn't even see this. I only saw the later part of the build. I didn't even know it was a Nexus. He builds a Nexus in the base. Oh my god, SOS, you absolute troll. What in the hell? I did not even realize. I can't, oh my god. Bringing back the troll strats. Remember, this is the guy who was building gateways all through Terran Player's main in his retirement match before he went to the military. He's the guy who also, and we did literally a recap going back to 2020 when he pulled this off versus Bunny in GSL. I mean, this is such a funny little play. He's going to go Nexus behind it as well. So he's got Adepts coming across the map. This obviously is usually used to threaten a recall into the base, but you can also pop a probe out, hide a pylon inside their main, and go Dark Templar. But because his opponent knows that, as someone who he used to be on a team with, I don't think he'll go DTs. Especially on this map, there's not as much space in the main. He did that on Simulacrum, a map which had a lot of space in the main base. And because he's built the Nexus so close to the edge, the bunker and everything is already so close, it's unlikely he can hide a pylon for a follow-up. I imagine we're going to see two Adepts just shade into the... Man, it's really weird with his Adept micro. There we go. Yeah. So I think he's just going to shade recall into the Terran base now. Oh, he's a little slow on that. There we go, Twilight Council. Okay, look at that. He actually positioned the recall so they pop on the bottom. He knows exactly where they'll pop. Last time he messed that up when he was playing against Bunny in GSL. But he positioned them perfectly on the bottom of the recall using that radius. He's going to get an SCV in the main. Another one on the starport would be a juicy pickoff. And another one. Oh my god, this is slick. Another one goes down. And the Marine that was already damaged as well. Oh, can he get that? Yeah, he's going to finish it off. And he's going to get one or two more SCVs before he's done. Wow, you dirty boy. SOS back in action on the ladder. And ruining Terran players' dreams. Oh, this man is such a bloody savage, dude. He's going to get in that mineral line. He's got a few too many guys on gas. Not the best macro management during it. Floating 600 minerals. And it was actually a robo, not a Twilight, that he built behind it. I got to say, SOS is still SOS, guys. This is good to see. What do you mean, Pig? What do you mean? I mean, people often say never prioritize anything over your macro. SOS always says prioritize screwing with your opponent over your macro. Oh my god. This is awesome. I can't believe this, dude. And what's he going to do with the robo? He's got quick robo base, so he could just go straight for 2-base Colossus, play really old school and conservative. We'll see what he chooses to do. This man, though, is an entertainer at heart. And you'd really think this style wouldn't be the most effective, but the fact that he's won 2 world championships, even if it is 8 and 10 years ago, still speaks to the pedigree. And, you know, even in 2018... BlizzCon, right? Maru, everyone was like, Maru versus Cyril in the finals. They're so much better than every other player. That's going to be the best finals. You know what happens? First round, SOS 3-0s Maru. Like, that's... And he was nowhere near Maru's level in terms of, like, raw speed and consistency. But my god, is he good at just picking his builds and screwing with his opponents, you know, planning things out to mess with their expectations. Looks like it's going to be Speed Prism Disruptor drop. I love it. Very nice way to play. And he's going to be going for a third gas, thinking about maybe a third base as well. Pylons on the edge, spotting for any sort of Widowmine drops coming in. Marines and tanks, so very defensive setup from the Terran player after this. No doubt expecting wave 2 of dirty from SOS. Little did they realize, though, this is going to be harassment dirty. This is going to be the speed prism in the back of the main. Huarang going 3 racks factory into Starport, which means they can't build a Viking, which is especially uncomfortable for them against this. Now, there is a siege tank that's going to be sieging. He could drop right on top of the siege tank, I think is the best way to do it, because it has a minimum firing range. So if you drop on top of it, it can't shoot you unless it unsieges. Yep, he's doing it. My man, I love it. I love it. And he's just going to kill the siege tank. There we go. Gets the siege tank and then just gets on out of there. Even decides, you know what? Nah, I think I can kill I can kill an SCV. And he gets an SCV and then moves down towards the natural. He's got Colossus and Extended Thermal Lance on the way. Gonna go for a 4th gas and a 3rd base. SOS is having fun right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely rolling around on the ladder, just bringing out those filthy builds. He's going sentry behind it with that 3rd base as well. He's gonna go get those probes onto that 4th gas, sorry. And round 2 of the drop. Does he go for the bio or the SCVs? He's going to drop and engage the bio. Doesn't shoot the disruptor shot just yet. Shoots it to the left side. And oh, the SCVs actually clumped into it. The Terran panicked trying to pull the SCVs away, but left it too late. And he even drops the Adept to get 1 more unit. Man, SOS normally looks a little slow when he's on the defensive. But when he's on the offense and he's doing fun things like this, you can tell there's this pure joy. He's just like smiling and stuff, and he's kind of going like, oh, this is awesome. And you can see he starts to really play with a very quick rhythm when he's dictating exactly what's going on, where the fights are happening. This is his comfort zone in the game. He doesn't like sitting back and defending and letting things happen to him all the time. But when he's out there harassing, dropping, can be very effective. Now, the tanks should be covering the edge of the base, but I think the Terran might be a little tilted from the way this opening's gone. He's just trying to rely on stim. Another 3 SCVs and 3 Marines and 2 SCVs go down. He just saw some Marines running to the right. I think they're trying to intercept his warp prism. Is he trying to bait them? What's this? Is he taunting him? Okay. Oh, he's just taunting him into stimming. SOS was trying to pretend that he wasn't watching the prism, so the Terran would try to stim underneath it, and then he'd just run away, knowing that with speed, he could always get away in time. Oh my god, you absolute disgusting troll. SOS, man. And look at that. Oh, he gets 2 of the Marines with the disruptor shot, and then he can just pull back and actually drop the Adepts. Oh my god, these Adepts have got so much value. I've never seen someone use 2 Adepts with this drop before, but it's just a lovely little addition, very cheap way of getting so much more potential damage. Lots more pylons and gateways going down. There is an army at the front. Marines, tanks coming on forwards. He's going to go forwards. He's got slow Zealot Stalkers, Sentry. With 2 Colossus, he should be good, especially with that Disruptor. If he can hit the siege tanks, that'll be massive. And, oh, just barely short. He missed that one. Radius nerf. SOS is like, this Disruptor feels like it's 3% less size. Oh, the SCV pool, man. But Colossus ruin SCV pools. The Colossus on the right side doing so good. The battery overcharge on the left healing up. He does lose his Speed Prism Disruptor, unfortunately. But that is an absolute annihilation. And that's the face of a man who knows he just did something that should be illegal. That is gross. All right, well, that ended up being an absolute banger. Enjoy the game. This one is actually insane. Probably even more so than the previous game. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. And this is a PvT match. Now, he hasn't scouted here. So a nice greedy opening, which very much is SOS's flavor. And the Reaper's going to come in already losing 1 probe. A little bit of a slow reaction there for him. Oh, he's got to pull that probe away. And interestingly, he's not just clicking the shade on the Reaper, which is pretty basic micro, but he's not doing it. And he clicks the bunker as well. Oh no. Shiva. He says, oh, he just lost a 3rd probe to the Reaper. He did manage to kill it, and he will get an SCV on the other side of the map, but he could have avoided that. He could have lost only 1 probe there. With a bit better micro on the Adepts and the probes. Instead, he's only got 12 workers out of 16 on minerals. A bit of a poop shoot for the opening of this game. But that's the best thing possible, because when you have SOS playing StarCraft, you make the game messy, you put him under pressure, and that's when he does his best work, coming up with incredibly creative ways of getting back into the game and making sure that his opponents are always having a tough time. Now, he's got a 3 Adept counter pressure. The opponent has 3 Marines and a Hellion. That's not enough to beat 3 Adepts. The bunker, though, is finished, so he's going to have to avoid the bunker. And it looks like that command center finally finishes for the Terran player. He's going to try and get an SCV on the minerals, but nice quick pull from the Terran opponent. And you can see he's just going to dance around, see if he can maybe get some Marines popping out up there. And he gets one in range, but only one adept. Gets 2 hits off. Oh, uh-oh. Hellion running into his base. He chrono boosts Blink, warps in a Stalker, and rallies it to that Hellion. That Hellion only takes 3 shots to kill probes, though. Oh, God, he stacked up. Uh-oh. Oh, nice spready. Very nice spready. He only loses 1 probe so far. I think the Hellion went and killed 2 more, though. I think that was another 3 probes. He's lost like 6 probes this game. As much as he is denying mining on the natural, it is coming at a big cost. But, oh, 3 Marine kills and a fresh mule. The Terran got greedy and dropped the mule on the natural. And that costs him big time. Another Marine goes down. Oh, the Widowmine does pull back. Gets another SCV and another SCV. I think that Widowmine got picked up. And I think he's aware of it. I think he believes there's a medevac that's just picked up the Widowmine and moved it. Yeah, he just caught a glimpse. He just caught a glimpse with that shade. So he's got Stalkers here, Observer on the way in case there is an armory. And you can see those Adepts are going to try and continue harassing while he defends with just Stalkers at home. His second gate was very late because of losing those probes early. So it's been a messy early game. And with only 2 Stalkers and now a third one coming in, of course. He's going to get some hits on the medevac. Oh, there's a Widowmine on the natural. He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful of that. Oh, he does try to pull it away, but it still gets 2 probes. Not too bad. That Widowmine will go down, though. So you know what? Just 2 kills. Not the end of the world. It's just that there's so many little pieces of damage that are stacking up. He's not going to let that Widowmine get out of there. But unfortunately for him, the medevac does boost away. The Widowmine doing its job to distract him and allowing that to escape. There we go. Widowmine does finally fall. He's got a 3rd base on the way. I mean, he's in a playable position from here, but it definitely does feel like it's been a little bit of a messy game, doesn't it? It feels like it's been a bit all over the shop in terms of just action and chaos and so much back and forth going on now. The Adept's coming in there. Let's see what he could do from here. He's got Blink on the way as well. Stalkers warping in. Quite a few of them. Okay, so he got... What's he building now? Just more pylons. Oh, he sees a Raven. So he's got to be careful with that Observer. He could try to blink up there. I think I would try to blink up there, but I think he's decided to try and hit the natural. Whoa! Does he just think... I think he thought the medevac picked up. Oh, wow. He tried to get the medevac. Wasn't quite able to get it. Does lose like an Adept there, which is, I think, pretty decent. He sees that siege tanks are building as well. Gets another 2 Marines. Not bad. That Observer placement is really clean. Now his 3rd base should be on the way. I think that was a Templar Archives, right? And 4 gateways, maybe a Forge, actually. Here we go. Stalker's still on the front. He does not have a great economy. Only 2 bases with that 3rd coming up. At 6 minutes 16, you know the Terran is going to have a lot more than that. On the other hand, I don't think there's room for a 3rd command center. If the Terran doesn't have a 3rd started, you're probably dealing with a very big 2-base push. The question is it 3 racks or 5 racks? I don't even know if it matters. SOS is just like nothing but sentries and then Zealot spam. It is a Forge finishing up for him, so he's going to try and get some upgrades. That Observer moving around in the main. He keeps shading with the Adepts to make sure there's nothing sneaking by him. And it looks like he's got pretty good vision of that main base. Pulls back yet again. The Raven unable to see what's going on. He's so active with the Adept, and he's even going to go in it and try and take the tank shot. Blinks in, and he will get a siege tank for an Adept. Gets an SCV on the way out, but uh-oh, he's being countered by a Marine drop. That's always a big issue that can happen. Those Marines focusing on a Stalker. It goes down. Nice probes around to try to take the pressure off the Stalkers, but he's already lost 2 Stalkers and about 4 or 5 probes. Great damage from the Terran player. SOS is looking super focused right now. And man, he's taken so much damage. This is very unfortunate. Oh, his economy is not looking great. He's on 8 gates, maybe 45 probes at this point. Oh, actually, it looks like his 3rd is mostly full, so maybe 50 workers. But I can't imagine it's looking too good. He's only on 2 gases, so it's a very, very mineral-focused style. I used to love this 2-gas Zealot Stalker style. But Babylon is a smaller map, so it's going to be tough to make it work here. Now, what do you do when your economy's being battered this much? Because I think the Terran 2-base push is just too scary. He can drop auto turrets. Oh, man, those auto turrets are going to do a couple of probes. 2 probes go down. Does save it from the 3rd one. Zealots clean that up. I guess he just keeps massing Zealots. The problem is if the Terran around 9 minutes usually hits a critical massive biomine, which you cannot deal with Zealots. Maybe with some good force fields, he can make some magic happen, but he's got so little map vision right now. It's hard to even know where that army is. He sees no 3rd command center or 4th or 5th barracks, which is interesting. Okay, 3rd command center is on the way for the Terran now. And scans to takes down his 1 Observer on the map. Okay, he's going to take 3rd and 4th gas. The question is, what do you do with that? Do you go Storm? He's going to go for a +2 attack, I would imagine. Obviously, we didn't get time to really see what the upgrade was. It could have been armor. But because it's SOS, I'm pretty sure it's +2 attack. This man does not believe in armor upgrades. It's kill or be killed. And he sees the army moving out, and he's going to go in. He sees the push moving out. Is he going to try and base trade this? Or at least do a big backstab and maybe recall home? SOS, realizing he's a little on the back foot economically. Doesn't want to fight this front on. and he's going to just dive up that ramp. The Terran is not coming home. His hallucination spots that. Really good scouting for him. The Widow Mines do go off there. The Stalkers are just going to blink up the ramp, as are the Zealots and the Sentries. Okay, he's going to try and make sentries at home. He knows this is going to be a commitment on the counter offense for the Terran. He does leave the probes up at the third, pulls those behind. He's instantly trying to build more pylons, realizing he is a bit supply blocked. Oh, I like this pull up to the north side. He's going to take out those medevacs and whatnot, and leaving some Zealots in both bases. Oh, force fields will hold back the army, but not for too long. That Raven is already still alive as well. His probes behind the third did survive. They're going to get out of there, but oh no, he clicked the Zealots back in. You can see his control groups behind me. I'm going to hide my face for just a second. He doesn't really control group his army. He's got his probes on a control group, 2 Zealots on a control group, and that's it. He does a lot of manual control like a lot of these chaotic players do. All the chaotic players love to just not rely on control groups. They want to be able to adjust completely freely on the fly. And that's why they just do things that way. Interesting Nexus. He's going to go for a hidden Nexus in the corner just to prepare for this base trade. If he focuses the orbitals down, so there's no command centers escaping, then that could eliminate or force even a draw from his opponent. But one command center down to the south. He's blinking after it right now, trying to clean up pretty much all these buildings. He's losing everything in his main base. He's trying to chrono that +2. I don't think that's going to finish if the Terran clicks on it. The Zealots are trying to distract right now. He chronos it one more time. Maybe it does finish. The orbital went down, which means both orbitals died, and that is a huge win. I don't think the third command center finished, so I think he should be in a really good position, knowing that his opponent can't mine any more resources, most likely. I don't think any SCVs got out of the base for the Terran. I could be wrong on that, but I don't see any. And SOS engaging in a full-on base trade. Oh, there is a command center, but he's going to get it. Oh, that's huge. He catches the command center. The Terran should have tried to hide that on the edge of the map in some of the dead space. Oh, no. Oh, SOS just lost so many Stalkers. That was huge. He accidentally just stumbled into like 4 Widow Mines. 4 Stalkers go down. He did get a few blinks off to dodge some of them, but I think Blink was still on cooldown from the previous blink, so he wasn't able to dodge most, and he loses a bunch of Stalkers. I think he had about 16. He's now down to 12 Stalkers. He's got, of course, a few Sentries and Zealots on the other key as well. Nice blink there to try and get away from those Marauders. And the next... Oh, he tried to cancel it. He tried to cancel the Nexus. Let's watch that reaction one more time, guys. Watch this. He wanted the money back. Oh, I know what happened. You could see it, guys. When he boxes those probes, he actually thinks he's boxing the Nexus and pressing cancel. So not this one, the next one. He goes back to it in a second. Watch here, 3, 2, there. He just went box, click to cancel on the Nexus. He didn't realize it selected the probes, so it didn't cancel the Nexus. Oh my god! He is not happy because now he doesn't have enough money to rebuild. If he could have rebuilt in his opponent's main base very slow. He could have started mining up, rebuilding, and used force fields to defend the ramp, and there'd be no way to lose this game. As it is, the Terran has a scarier army than him because he's got Medevacs, Raven, Stim, Bio. Like, this is a way better army for the Terran. He blinks in to get the Raven, but that's 2 Stalkers down for it. These are trades that he can't keep up in the long run. He's going to lose another Stalker. Oh, man. And the Terran player's got that one last building in the top right. If he got that factory, if that factory did not get to the corner, the Terran would be dead. He has no SCVs, I think, no other buildings. Oh, and he's making pained noises. SOS always giving his chaotic games, but fresh back from the military and a little mechanical mistake there, accidentally not canceling. Those are he's got buildings in the main, so he's not going to be eliminated from that. The question is, how does he pick away at these units? And obviously, he wants to try and use some fancy micro to make the most of this. He's got Blink. Oh, but look at that. The Terran's even picking up the siege tanks. He's going to try and come down here with his Stalkers. The Terran's going to methodically clean up the rest of these buildings and use that as a way to force SOS to stand his ground and fight. He sees the tanks and the Widow Mines guarding the ramp, so he's going to flank with the Stalkers. Oh, he's hallucinating to set off the Widow Mines. He lures the Bio to the left, and he's going to set off the Widow Mines, but oh, the Terran is too quick. He unburrows the Widow Mines, but wait, he burrows them a bit too quickly. One of them does fire on those hallucinations, does friendly fire those Marauders, but not exactly what he's hoping for. He's going to send through a hallucinated Warp Prism as well, hoping to set off the next Widow Mine. That is a fake Warp Prism there, and oh, it does actually shoot. Gets a little bit of friendly fire and some force fields. Gets 2 Marauders. That was all free, guys. He just got 2 Marauders for free. Didn't cost him anything. That's the sort of efficiency he needs to do more of. Looks like the Terran did build some depots Tells us the Terran player did get some SCVs and minerals out, but not enough for a command center. And oh, he's going to lose a sentry, but he's going to punish the Terran for it. Stalker drop coming in from the rear. Remember, the Terran may have thought that previous warp prism was a real one. He gets a siege tank for free as well. SOS showing us some of that mythical double grand finals champion of the BlizzCon. But I think he realizes his army is so small. All he can do now is build. He's got to build a building or he's eliminated. SOS, build a building. Build a building. Okay. He's going to build an assimilator. One single assimilator, guys. It's going to come down here. Looks like those depots are there. The Terran's moved up the ramp. No real units sticking out for him to pick off right now. And SOS is still so tilted from that Nexus not canceling in the corner. I mean, you can see if he could just defend a ramp, there's no way you could drop up there, right? Like with only one siege tank as well, like, he can just hold that ramp with force fields all day, but without the ability to rebuild a Nexus, that really hurts. That really hurts. Of course, you might think, well, you don't get the full money back for the Nexus, but he had enough for an assimilator, 75 plus the 45 in the bank. He would have had enough to build a Nexus in the opponent's main. Arguably the natural, but you'd probably do it in the main. There's still a few thousand resources there to mine, which is good enough. Obviously, your opponent has no mining, and a few thousand resources is game-changing in this sort of scenario. Get out like a single Dark Templar and you win the game, right? He's going to try and defend the ramp here. If he can defend the ramp, he can at least force a draw. He can't win the game, but if he can defend the ramp and the Terran can't get up here, he can force a draw. Focuses the Widow Mine. Oh, does he though? He loses a Stalker. I think he got the Widow Mine. Oh man, he's only got 2 sentries. He's got to be really careful, and it does set off those 2 Widow Mines. Very nicely done. Oh my god, this is so intense. This is exactly why I wanted to like look at SOS's stream as well. And if you guys don't already follow him, go check it out. Twitch.tv/NVSOS. NV, the letters, NV, his old team. I don't know if they're still supporting him or not, as he's just back from the military. I also don't know if he's playing as a pro, but if he's going to try and like, you know, get back into the swing of things and compete in GSL and everything like that. We'll see exactly what ends up happening. Stalker's just pushing down the ramp, taking a little look around. But yeah, go follow his stream. It's linked in the description below. And he's right now like, where are those drops? Because if the Terran gets unloaded on top of the ramp, he could be in big trouble. Oh, if he could have hidden that, blinked forward and got one of the full medevacs, that might have been nice. All right, he gets some damage on a medevac. Oh, the Terran's trying to bait him into force fielding, but he's like, nope, I don't want to waste that energy. I've only got a bit. Every hallucination is 75 energy, and oh, the Terran's just gonna go. The probes need to fight. The probes need to fight. Guardian shield goes down, but the Terran focused the Guardian shield and then pulled back. Oh, does he get one of the medevacs? Oh, he couldn't get the medevac. Wow, that was a crazy move from the Terran, man. Crazy, crazy move. But the Terran has a lot of healing and has just way better units in a raw fight. Oh man, this is so intense. Nice. Oh, he missed the force field. SOS missed the force field and let a few more Marines up that ramp. Oh, I thought he... Oh, no. Okay, he's going to use the Prism here with some very fancy micro, but... Oh, the Terran just barely has the numbers of those medevacs. You're kidding me. Oh, he scratches his head there. Oh, and he types out, GG. Welcome back to StarCraft, SOS. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Don't forget to check out the Patreon and check out, of course, some of the other games on screen. Give them a click if you want to check them out. Special thanks to Jacob G, our Leviathan, and Maxan, our D-Town Express man, for supporting the Patreon. If you want to get on board, links down below in the description. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye and good night.